Hello, guys. Now let's talk about our topic related to our class cultural understanding, and the movie that I have chosen, Avatar: Way of Water. So, start from the first point that I'm going to talk about, the relationship between the Avatar, and explore the themes of cross cultural understanding through the interactions between the human and the Nephi. So, the Nephi was the term for the Avatar in the indigenous species in a planet called Pandora. So this is the pictures of the avatar. As you can see, this avatar lived in the forest. I will make you remind this. This avatar lived in the forest. As you can see from its body, they have a tails on their backs. The film displayed the clash of two districts, cultures with a different way of lives, cultures, and belief. So from this second avatar that launched in the early 2023, we can see that the avatar has become, like the refugees because they've been, hunted by the human from the earth to be killed. I don't know what the purpose, what they need to kill this avatar, just one avatar not being wanted. So they need to move from the jungle to the ocean. In this part of the movie, we can see that the different places between the avatar who lives in the forest and the avatar who lives in the ocean, it's literally different. So we can see the difference from this movie based on the beliefs, cultures, and way of life. And then quite shortly after, the Avatar came to, like the village located in the ocean. They start to learn how to diving. They start to learn how to swim and hunting their, prey in the ocean. In this part, we can also relate that they need to adjust their habit and they need to, like find another skill because they're no longer living in the jungle. They now live in the ocean, and they learned in how to diving. And this avatar who came from the forest, they have no ability at all to swim. They learned and how they practice a lot about it. But the one thing that they can't do is hold their breath underneath the water for the longest period of the time. And here the magic comes. So they have to find, like the creators like jellyfish. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a jellyfish that will give the power for those avatar who has no any ability to hold their breath underwater for the longest period of the time. So after the magic was transferred, the avatar got the power, got got the magic power to be able to swim for the longest time underneath the water. And they have the ability to, conquer the animal like a horse, but it's in a fish form. This is the picture. As you can see, in a previous time, the avatar who lives in the jungle, they used to, climb the tree and then swing from the tree to another tree. But now they move into the ocean. They gotta learn about how to, conquer this animal. They have to be able, riding a horse to hunting prey in the ocean. This is called the differences between the cultures and way of life, especially in their skill to survive. It represents about the cross-cultural understanding. That's the first point. So let's move to the second point. This movie reminds of passion's globalization's world where the diverse society must find a way to consist and appreciate each other's differences. At the first movie, we're not really given with the diversity of the avatar. We only see the avatar who lives in the jungle. But in the second movie that was launched in early years of 2023, we got a lot of surprising fact that will give us about really excited phenomenon not given through the movie with the different characters, with the different way of life, and the challenging you know circumstance. That's incredible. Okay, so the second reason why this movie can be related to the cross-cultural understanding right now is just because this movie relates to the world Izu nowadays. So what the world Izu nowadays? So if you have watched this movie, you will find that this scene, these pictures represents about the greedy of the corporate. So for people who trying to sabotage, who trying to, gain a lot of advantage by destroying the nature, by destroying the environment, and kill other animals, kill other creatures. And these pictures represents about what happened right now in our society. This hunting the animal, I don't know what the names of the animal, but it's literally exactly the same like a wheel that we have in Earth. They have to kill the whale to take the oil from its body, and they will save the oil they're going to bring to the earth, and they will sell it because the price of this oil, it's literally incredible, so expensive. It's like the part of the body, like greased underneath the skin of this animal. But how to get that? They have to kill this animal. That represents about like how do people abuse their power to kill animals. How do people abuse their power to, you know, conquer the animal, to kill them and sabotage and gain a lot of advantage by killing others? That's what happened in this movie. Represents about the reality right now. And then this movie also represents about what happened in 2023, relate to what happened in the Middle East right now. Yeah, in a Gaza, in a Palestine, where the people were being killed. And we also heard the term ethnic cleansing. It's exactly the same with this movie. How the people who lives in the earth trying to destroy the Pandora, trying to kill all the people of the Avatar who lives in the Pandora, because they want to sabotage. They want to, take all the sources from the Pandora, because the people and the corporate were very greedy in that movie. The movie given the informations about that, which is actually it's this movie not only represents about what happened in that time or in the past, or what happened during this movie has made, but also predicting about the futures, what happened in the Middle East right now, ethnic cleansing. So I think this movie is worth it. That the reason why I have chosen this movie to discuss about, and to appreciate the cross-cultural understanding that we've been learning for the whole semester. And I hope that this little story of the movie can help you to realize that as a people who lives in a diversity, who lives in so many differences between us, we need to respect, we need to keep each other, and we need to keep our relationship between other. The differences doesn't matter. The differences doesn't matter. So I hope that by exploring the movie called The Avatar of the Water, Way of Water, I can help you guys to learn about the diversity, to learn about the cross-cultural understanding from this movie. If you are still curious and you still don't get it about the point that I've had explained in this video, you can watch the movie. This is worth it. Really good movie. And thank you very much. This is me, Muhammad Rifkin Wardi. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.